Have you ever wanted to know about the future, love, dreams, money, sex and bodies?
Well, then you're in luck because we read tarot cards.
And we do it seriously.
We know we're being funny, but it's real. Real magic.
We used to be an Instagram live show.
And then a live show in front of an audience.
Yay! And now, a podcast.
So sit back, relax, and trust the process.
Welcome to The Tarot Show. I'm Dickie Copeland.
And I'm Hannah Garces.
And this is
The Tarot Show.
We're back. Yay!
Did we miss anything?
I know. What happened?
The vibe changed since we've been gone.
Us to the entire country. What was that?
Okay.
James? What was that?
The state of this nation is, and I would argue always has been, what that mask looks like.
Say that, Hanta.
Saying it bad. A bad nation.
We've been bad.
We've been bad.
We were talking in the car on the way to Target about how we are the baddies.
Mm-hmm.
Always have been.
Yeah.
Like, I have this bad habit of every now and again reciting something to Hannah that I read in a book about World War II. It's the
you're my dad.
It's the dad in me. About how when we went to Japan and we're fighting in Japan, we were the only country to chop the jungle down first.
In the South Pacific.
Yeah. And also how in Europe we were like just blowing everything up because we had lots of supplies and we didn't know the history of anything, and like everyone else up until then had like respected like this door that was made by this genius architectural like avant-garde wunderkind, and we just came in and we're like, let's just blow it up for fun. We don't even have to go there.
Disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting. Anyways, so much has happened.
So much has happened.
Also, even just for us, we had our show, and you, me, and Jess went to Vegas. And then I died.
Yeah.
We couldn't record for like the last week because I lost my voice.
Dickie was sicky.
I was very ill. I was Beth March.
She really was.
I was like on the couch. Talk about the otter emoji really coming around full circle. Like, I can't do anything.
Right. You don't have a clam on your tummy, just a little cat.
Exactly.
Poor girl.
I know.
Bedridden.
Oh, thank you, Han. Thank you for calling me bedridden.
You're so good. I meant it.
And she meant it, and I'll take it. Honestly, I was like, I don't know. I feel like my voice is annoying. And then April, fan of the pod, was like, no, I want to hear that rasp. Get it in there. And I was like, okay, well, so today, here we are.
Here we are. And Fozzie Bear has been very insistent that we...
You have not passed along the message, but I've heard it.
Yeah.
It is a lovely way that he supports our pod, but yeah, I can only imagine us not doing it directly after Vegas because he's across the world.
Fozzie Bear is in Indonesia for 3 weeks shooting a commercial for Redacted.
Hannah just rolled her eyes. We'll find out eventually.
He signed an NDA.
Which is very chic.
It is pretty chic.
You know what we should do that would be so funny is before your birthday party, which is coming up, it's going to be our little Christmas party we're throwing in December. We should make everyone sign fake NDAs.
That's really funny.
Like just approach it with a clipboard. But the NDA is something like, if I post you have to regram it.
Yes.
It's actually an opposite of the NDA. It's like you must post an MDA, must disclose anything.
Mistletoe disclosure agreement.
The mistletoe disclosure agreement. Yes, it is time once again for everyone to respect mistletoe culture. God, nothing pisses me off more. And I forget it every time because I'm having a good time and I'm not out there forcing people to kiss like I really want to be doing. But this year, it's different.
Yeah, we will rule with an iron fist.
And I'll lead by example.
You're getting smooched.
I'm smooching everybody. I swore I would do it in the pandemic, and I need to hold up my own vows. I said I was going to be kissing everybody on the mouth, and I'm going to do that, said the girl who was literally bedridden this week.
It's time to walk the walk.
It's time.
Spread that disease.
It's time to not talk the not talk because you lost your voice because you kissed everybody and you had strep throat 100 times.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, I'm very excited. Hannah's going to dress up like Santa Claus. I'm dressing up like an elf. I'm going to force everyone to sign MDAs.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna do a little karaoke.
It'd be fun.
It'd be so fun. And this is my favorite part. When we bought all that stuff for Big Skelly.
Yes. Yeah, because we do have just a reminder, because it's been a while, we have a 12-foot skeleton that lives permanently on our patio. And it's not going inside. It's not going away. It's going to adapt.
It simply cannot be stored.
Dickie bought on Etsy. Someone 3D printed fucking elbows for this thing so we can move his arm in more ways.
Yeah. And they are called Skelbos.
And she got that bad boy a big old Santa hat.
I did. We debated back and forth getting a beard that attaches to the hat. Mm-hmm. But then Hannah pointed out.
Well, it's like I don't want to cover up puts too much shit on him. Then you kind of lose sight of the fact that he's a skeleton. And I want our 12-foot skeleton at our holiday/birthday party to be understated and elegant.
As we said, skelegant. He's going to be skelegant. The idea of making a 12-foot skeleton understated and chic and classic.
But if anyone can do it, I think it's us.
I actually do agree. I do think that that's possible. I mean, it is kind of how he is now because we are drying some flowers in his hand. Sissy Cece brought me flowers because I babysat for her on her anniversary, even though I was couch ridden at that point instead of bed. I fell asleep on their couch watching the little monitor. Me and my little niece both sleeping in different rooms while she got to go have some sushi with her hubby. Cute. And so this is very sweet. She brought me flowers the next day to say thank you. But they do have a lily, which the cats are allergic to. So now they're drying off of Big Skelly in one of his hands.
Yep. And we're going to hang some mistletoe off Big Skelly's hand.
Yeah. Now that we have a Skelbo, I can put it up so that it could be like over people. Yeah. I know. I'm so happy about it. God, he makes me so happy. He fulfills me.
He's so handsome.
It really is. And we got a huge extension cord so we could turn his lights on in his eyes. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm so happy about him. It's going to be so fun. Did you have fun in Vegas?
I had so much fun in Vegas.
Can you tell everyone about the new member of our family that joined our family in Vegas? So part of the reason I lost my voice, scream laughing at you doing this.
Well, and again, as always, as ever, I need to add maybe some story highlights or something so the listeners can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first night we were in Vegas, we went to go see Chippendales in the Rio, which if you're not familiar with Vegas, Rio, a little past its prime. It's a little off the strip and it's a little haunted. It's a little haunted. I was going to say derelict, but it's not. And actually I think they redid that front lobby and the bar and it was actually very beautiful.
Oh, we had a great time in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
we have to go to where Chippendales is. And it's like you walk through and then it's like you're in the haunted wing, like from the Beast's castle.
Yes. What a beautiful.
Like where you're not supposed to go. And it's like,
absolutely.
Is this right? And
parts of the Rio start talking to us. Like yes. The little the petty slots are like, hello.
Oh, you must be the new girl. So we're scared and we're walking. Yeah. But then there's like a couple shops and we walk into this shop that is just like, respectfully, and I say this lovingly, just a bunch of junk.
Okay, well, one person's a bunch of junk is someone else's gasp. Mm-hmm. Everything is covered in sequins and glitter.
Right, it's like a place where you can buy a fake microphone.
Yes.
You can buy a 3-inch skeleton. You can buy a like Harlequin Mardi Gras mask. You could buy like a little frame picture of like Scarface and the Joker and like Tony Soprano playing poker.
They had ninja stars.
And they had ninja stars, real ones.
Real magic.
And so we went in there and Dickie and Jess just went buck wild.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a place where you could buy those things, or it's a place where I did buy all those things. I bought a cat mask that was like bejeweled, that fully goes over half your face. I bought a bunny one too, also because the lady was saying I had a small face.
I know, the little lady running the shop loved your small face. And then me and Jess are just like two hulking giants, like we were security, just like, okay, I guess we don't have small faces.
Me with the bunny mask on, being like, okay, I'll buy it. She's like, oh.
She's like fixing your hair.
Yes,
she loved you.
was.
She loved you. She was such a fan.
I know. And so I simply had to purchase everything that I touched, and I wanted to buy you that microphone so badly. And then we went to another store.
Right. That was more accessory focused.
I mean, we brought the same energy.
Right. We got huge bedazzled belts.
None of them close
None of them
properly
fit. They're
for
way
us.
too big for us. But they're gorgeous. And then
The coup de grace.
Dickie purchased for me a teeny tiny little purse. It's so small, and it's light. It's baby blue, and it has a picture of 2 little golden retriever puppies with butterflies around it. And it is the mother I never had. The sister everyone would want, and the friend that everyone deserves. It's the most important thing in my life.
Yes.
It doesn't hold anything.
No.
Not a card.
No.
Not
Lipstick.
Not a lipstick. I mean, maybe if you cram it, it won't close all the way. Even like one of the vouchers from the slot machines.
Even when you folded it up.
It was sticking out.
It was sticking out. But you did manage to put one thing in there.
A French fry.
A single French fry.
That I'm saving for Fozzie Bear when he gets back. It's still in there.
Beautiful. And that's love.
And that's love. It was so funny. We were going through security for something, and it was like,
it was for James Kennedy.
yes,
At Live.
At Live nightclub. And the security person was like, "Oh, can I look in here?" Because obviously people are trying to bring drugs in there. And I
Like
just
little pills.
And I just open it, and then there's like a single French fry in there, and the security guard laughed so hard.
I saw it from behind. I was like, oh my God. I just saw the man like doubling over laughing. And I was like, in my head, I was like, she showed him the French fry. And then I take a step like to the left to be able to look around, and I see you. Yeah, you are indeed holding up the purse, and it is open.
I was walking everywhere purse first. Anyone
Yes.
who looked at it, tried to interact with it, I was happy to show them. It was a star. When
Yeah.
we were dancing, there was like this group of guys that were like clearly hovering, like,
Yeah, they were doing that circling,
Mm-hmm.
like the sharks in the water.
and like I was like dancing with it. I was like trying to show my purse to DJ James Kennedy, and the one guy was like, "What's that?" I'm like, "It's my tiny purse," and I'm like just like literally waving it in his face, and he's like, "That's that purse is like it's good vibes." I was like, "Thank you."
How about when we were in the elevator and there was a guy in there with us, and when sometimes you don't know right away if someone is straight or gay. You just are, and you're just kind of like, it's Vegas. We're not even caring, right? Not that I care, but you know what I mean. And then he literally goes, "What did he say about your
Or
purse?"
something was like, I think Jess or you was like, "Oh wait, is Tiny Purse with us?" And I was like, "Yeah," and then yeah.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Wait, can I see the purse?"
Or he's like, "Who's Tiny Purse?"
That's what it was. Who's Tiny Purse?
Tiny Purse. I'm like, "Oh, this is she."
And you put it in his face, and you said, and he goes, "Oh, I like the dogs." And you said, "They're dead. It's in memoriam." And he laughed so hard because he was, in fact, a friend of Judy. And it was the best moment ever when we were like, all of us in the elevator just laughing and loving Tiny Purse. I was like, this is a safe place.
This is nice.
The elevator in Caesar's Palace is a safe place. In Augustus Tower.
Augustus Tower, okay.
Yeah, we had the time of our lives. Also, the Tiny Purse was in James Kennedy's stories. We were so close to him.
Yes.
And he did that thing where he grammed like over his shoulder, and you can see you holding up Tiny Purse. And you could also see Jess's blue mermaid hair. You couldn't see me because I'm too small.
She's just too small. But
my face was too small.
face is too small, body too small.
A single pixel.
Just a little Tinkerbell ass bitch. But no, it was so fun. The fashions, we were a hit. We were a hit in Vegas. Everywhere we went, we were stars. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it.
Look, if you shine, be bright.
Be bright.
Be merry.
Shine about it.
Shine about it. If you want to shine about it.
And I do.
And I do.
I can't help it, actually.
Shine about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a good time.
Yeah.
So we apologize for our absence. We know we were missed. Sorry, Fozzie Bear.
Sorry, Fozzie Bear. But yeah, the 1-2 punch of like election day and then
Yeah.
Vegas and then you falling ill.
Yeah.
It just wasn't in the cards. Like literally.
Truly not in the tarot cards.
No.
Yeah. I had the thought, I was like, thank God for Genevieve from Canada. I wonder if she knows we're coming.
Yeah.
Hey, I know we've DM'd once or twice, but you mind if we come up there and pay taxes with you?
I'd love it.
I would like to do that. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit crazy. This podcast, it's funny. I have a feeling that Wicca and tarot and all of that stuff, there's been a lot of TikToks about it possibly like really exploding in the zeitgeist, just because I think when women feel out of power, it's one of the places you could kind of go to.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, maybe Tarot Show will do its thing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's figure it out.
Shine about it.
Shine about it.
Are there any other updates? Are we forgetting? So much has happened. I know. It's crazy. I mean, our show was a big success. It was really fun. Nori Reed is a star, y'all.
Oh my God.
You guys, if you have a chance to go see Nori Reed, and Nori was touring earlier, like up the Pacific Northwest and stuff, but follow Nori Reed on Instagram. She killed. She was so funny.
She was so funny. And then our other guest, Gilly, our dear friend,
Yes.
so funny as always. A ringer, really.
An absolute ringer.
Love her.
Yeah. We read cards for her dog, Wilma. Ugh, it was a dream. And, you know, I think it was one of those things too where they live streamed our show. And then Hannah and I actually watched it. And then what's crazy is, you know, it always takes us a day to decompress from the show because it's so much and we put all this effort into it. And then also it's just you and me on stage, really. And I was telling Hannah afterwards, it's like, oh, I hear all the laughs when we're doing the comedy part up front, you know, blessings and curses, blah, blah, blah. But then once we get into the actual tarot part, I hear a lot of silence. And I always have, like, for my shows, pretty much Jess can attest, when we were on Herald Night together, I would always be like, I didn't hear anybody laughing. And she was like, you killed. I was like, I didn't hear any laughs, maybe one big one. And she's like, okay. And then anyways, I was talking to Hannah later and I realized, I was like, after watching the show live, I was like, oh, there were lots of laughs. It's crazy. Like in my head, it's more of like in a tunnel, kind of dark. Like I just don't hear. And then I was like, oh my God, it's because I'm deaf. Like truly, actually, clinically
Literally,
diagnosed, 60%
you cannot
deaf.
hear in one whole ear.
I have a hearing aid, and I wasn't wearing it. I truly was like, it was like a full like Inception, end of Memento kind of moment where I was like, oh my God. Like I've been training with like ankle weights on, you know what I mean? Like feeling like, wow, nobody thought I was funny. Okay, I guess I'll be funnier next time.
Right.
And now I was just like, wow, I really like never put two and two together. But I guess the audience has been laughing.
They've been laughing this whole time, silly.
So silly.
You're really silly.
And Jess came and everyone, all our friendies came. It was so cute. Also, that tall cowboy came. The one that adopted our cat. The guy from New Jersey.
Oh, sorry. Tall.
You don't. Well, I'm sorry. I'm 1 pixel. Well, when you're 5'2" and 3/4, Hannah. Fucking Ronald McDonald is tall.
No shade to our friend.
You don't think he's tall?
No.
Really?
It's not a defining characteristic.
Oh, wow.
Not to me.
Well, when I hugged him, it was like a big, like,
Right.
you know, I need my own scale bows to get up there.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Different worlds for different girls. I really got you with that one.
Really got tall. I was looking at you like, and then I felt crazy. I'm like, who is she talking about? And now I know who you're talking about. And it's so funny because it's just not a word. And he's not short,
He's not.
but he's not tall.
Well, it's all, you know, when you're looking up, it's all the same. I'm just seeing
Must be
chins. Just chins everywhere. When you took that picture, the behind the scenes video of me on Instagram where I was making my Instagram story, and I was like, oh, the top of my head. Wow, I never see this. Never see the top of a head.
Oh my God. Speaking of,
Yeah.
you went to Instagram jail.
Oh, yeah. That also happened. I Instagrammed a butt on day, like literally within the first few hours of our trip, and got put in Instagram jail. They said, you cannot send any messages for 3 days because you were soliciting like adult prostitution or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was a butt from Chippendales, but yeah, okay.
It was so bizarre, but you could still post stories.
Yeah, they still wanted me to
see-
feed them content.
Right. But that you couldn't see like who was liking it, who was
I
watching it. You
couldn't
couldn't message.
Couldn't tag people in my stories either. Like literally could do nothing. Couldn't respond, couldn't heart. Just an Instagram jail, but it was so funny how Instagram was like, still feed us your incredible stories. You're like doing the biggest numbers you've ever done. I was like, okay.
So rude. Also, like, you didn't even get a warning.
No, they just
Like,
took
take
it
it-
down and put me in jail.
That's crazy.
Okay, Zuck.
Ugh, don't get me started.
Like, what? First off, ask me if it was bad. And I'll tell you why it wasn't.
Exactly. Also, Mark Zuckerberg, you're fucking ugly. You look like the leprechaun drawing from that viral video.
Yes.
Just like a U with like 2 dots and like a little like circle nose. That is what you look like.
He's zuggly.
He's ugly.
Ugh, so zuggly. I hate him. Did you see that TikTok of someone taking Elon Musk's like torso and they drew the outline of the torso and then they turned it on its side and it becomes one of those fucking cyber trucks. It's like the same exact shape as a cyber truck.
Just, I'm tired of these fugly, evil billionaires.
I know.
Get away from me.
And let me post a butt.
And let me post a butt.
Like, I bet if it was a woman's butt, you wouldn't have done anything about
Right.
it.
All this like free speech talk.
I know, for real, dude.
Okay.
Also, honestly, it was to close friends too. So it was a curated list.
Yeah, you're not soliciting sex from your close friends.
No, it was one of the dancers being really funny.
It was the MC.
It was.
It was the MC RK of the
was.
Chippendale show, and he wasn't the hottest one. He's a personality.
He was the personality. So when he was showing his butt, it was funny. Also, how you kept screaming. He's like, "My name is Ryan, but I go by RK," and you kept screaming Ryan the whole show. You're like, you literally did it, and this will hurt my voice. You went, Ryan, Ryan,
Because there's like there's moments where they all come out in the audience and like grind on you and stuff, and he came up to me and with the tatters of the t-shirt
that he had ripped off
that
his
had ripped
body.
off, like straddled me, and I'm screaming Ryan, and he like takes it under my head and is like shining my head like a bowling ball.
Like in The Big Lebowski.
There is video footage of it
Yeah, I took it before I went to jail.
before you went to jail, and he's doing it and then making eye contact with your camera.
With my literally down the barrel of my phone. And he's laughing and you're laughing. He really laughed the whole time. It was so funny. Oh my God, how about at the end of Chippendales? I didn't realize they were doing this. Like as you come in and like the girls would be like, "Hi, are we celebrating anything? Like a birthday?" And like, obviously a lot of bachelorettes. And it is worth noting that I bought these Chippendales tickets when I was in a little bit of a ball out mood. So I did purchase, as I think we have said it earlier, earlier podcasts, seats at the producer's table, which is literally like right at the end of the steps of their catwalk that they walk up and down. And there are lots of like brides like over to the right, over to the left. And at the end, Ryan, RK, is going through a list and he's like, "Any birthdays in the audience? How about Sarah?" Blah, blah, blah. Any brides, any divorces, which it was very funny. One of our friends got up and danced. It was like, "Don't tell anybody." I don't know who it was. But somebody danced. And then at the very end, he goes, "And Dickie got a new job." And the place kind of hushed. And he was like, "At Hallmark." And we were like, "Yeah." The three of us screaming, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And then he goes, "So, like, what are you, like a sales rep?"
And the way that like a couple of hyenas like Jess and I were just like, "No, she's in the movie. She's making the movie. She's making the movie. She's a big important boss lady.
"She makes the movies." And like, I was like, excuse me, misogyny at the end of Chippendales? What the fuck? And then he literally goes like, oh, so like when my girlfriend and I are watching all the holiday movies, you're the one to blame. And we all nodded. Yes.
Also, your girlfriend, Sure
Yeah,
Jan.
Sure Jan. Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Your girlfriend.
Okay, writer, do you want a movie? But it was cool too because you could tell the whole room was kind of like, whoa.
Yeah, they did then respect.
Yeah, I mean, because I'll tell you what, those ladies, they be watching Hallmark.
Absolutely.
Like, they all turned to me and I was like, yeah, dude. And it was kind of cool where I was like, okay, the women all fucking get it and are impressed. And this fucker tried to thinks I'm out there knocking on doors selling vacuums or something. Like, what the fuck? Like, no disrespect to any sales rep, but I'm just like, why would you assume that?
Yeah.
We're here celebrating at the producer's table. We had the time of our lives.
We really did.
And we watched Real Housewives Orange County in bed together. We watched the reunion. A lot popping off in the Bravo world. We could do a whole podcast on that, to be honest.
We should do a special Bravo episode.
We really should.
I guess, should we get to the
meat?
The meat of the sandwich? This freaking taro torta.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's fold it around, shall we?
Yes. All right. I'm gonna
Cleanse the space a little bit. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Wherever you are, feel free to just wave your hand around. Cleanse your space.
Cleanse your space.
We say that you could cleanse with sound. If you'd like to just give your horn a little toot toot.
Little toot toot. You can cleanse with, you can visualize light.
Yeah, that's a good one. From the top of your head down to your feet. Mm-hmm. And then you just push the light out around you. I used to do that when I'd have bad dreams, and it always worked.
Protection.
Thank you, Hannah. All right, now that we have cleansed the space, Hannah cleansed the little, when I was a magician for the show, I had this little bunny with he has the cuntiest face. He looks so mad.
Yeah. It's like a yassified Wilford Brimley.
Yes. He's so grumpy. I love him. I had him hidden in my hat the whole show and didn't even bring him out because we were so busy.
That's why he's mad.
That's why he's mad. He was like, I'm a star too. Anyways, Hannah cleansed him. Good.
Great.
Still mad, but
Okay.
that's fine.
Space, cards, cleansed. Now it's time for our baddies.
Our bodies. We cleanse our bodies with a shot of Fireball. Hannah, from the womb
to the tomb. Boom.
tastes like Dayquil.
Yum.
And it's not, but it tastes like it. Yerm. I guess that means that now it's time for blessings. Saying it with my little raspy voice. Blessings.
I smell like beef.
I smell like beef.
Shout out to that girl.
Yeah, I love her. You said that she's funny and still doing stuff.
Yeah, I think she's like a teen. She's a teenager. She's on TikTok.
She's doing her thing.
She's cute and funny.
Love that. Love her. Another wunderkind.
Mm-hmm.
All right, blessings.
Blessings.
I would like to bless, directly inspired from Vegas. I would like to bless not being afraid of turbulence. Because I flew to Vegas with Miss Hannah and Miss Jessica, both absolutely wonderful ladies, deeply afraid of turbulence and flying and all that stuff in general. Really stresses my girls out.
It's unnatural.
There's definitely a crazy element to it.
You're asking for it.
But I have been flying since I was literally a baby. And for some reason, I'm just so blessed. I'm not afraid of it. And it's so hilarious because it feels like winning a thing that you didn't even study for, passing a test you did no homework for, because it just is that way. And so when you grab my hand, because you're scared of the the pilot on the flight back from Vegas was like, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. In fact, all of the flight attendants will be sitting the entire flight because it's gonna be bumpy the whole way back. And Hannah grabbed my hand and was not stoked on it. I was like, you can hold my hand, but it's also just I did nothing to earn this, but I get to feel very cool and big sisterly, and it feels like having a superpower in a way. Because I'm like, I don't know why it skipped over me. But sure, yeah, I'll stand in front. Like if the plane goes down, we all go down. But for some reason,
I really appreciate it. It's very nice.
I love doing it. It's one of my favorite things. But it's so funny how I did nothing to do it. Do you know what I mean? You're just sort of like, well, hold my hand, ladies. I'll cross into the dark for us.
Thank you, Mommy.
You're welcome.
I don't like the sounds and the way that it like you're kind of like jerking, you know. Yeah.
I know. Meanwhile, I've got my AirPods in and I'm just like dancing, but like to the turbulence, like, okay. Like you like let the drop like kind of come into your shoulder. You're like, all right, I just go with it. Holding my little like glass aloft so that none of it spills. I'm really good at that too. Mm-hmm. Anyways, it's one of my favorite things, and it's just a gift from the gods.
And she shares her gift.
And I do. Thank you, Hannah.
Yeah,
Let me light the candle for not being afraid of turbulence. And a hero comes along.
There you go.
Meanwhile, it takes me forever to light this candle because of my nails. I don't want to break them.
Okay. My blessing. I want to bless when, I mean, this is, I think we've blessed this before, but it's like girls in the bathroom.
Yes.
And that kind of like camaraderie. This is adjacent to that. But like when one group encounters another that is their like bizarro world
I know
counterpart.
Yes.
So post whatever I forget what night it was, but we were coming back and
it was after James Kennedy on
Yes.
Saturday night. So it was Sunday morning technically.
Yes. So we come out of our cab into like the Caesars drop off under all the lights, the three of us. And we're looking amazing. Yes. And then these three girls are walking out of the hotel, and like we all kind of
had our counterpart.
And so like Jess and the and her counterpart are both dressed. They're different. They're a different flavor. They're a different font for sure. But it's like Jess and her counterpart are like looking at each other and like, oh my God, I love your outfit. And then they're like gabbing immediately. And this girl to Jess is like, oh my God, your hair and blah, blah, blah. And they're gushing to each other. And then my counterpart is looking, she's wearing a shirt that says, I heart being dramatic, and yes. She like looks and like this really cute skirt, and I'm wearing a dress that has Dr. Evil's like therapy speech. So it's like we both look at each other and we're like, hey, I like your outfit. She's like, I really like your outfit. And we're like kind of broing down. And then our little tiny, also shorty weirdo friends who don't, it's not weirdo, but
it's a little weirdo.
They're varying shades of like enthusiasm for interacting with strangers.
Exactly.
And I think Jess is very friendly and open. She's a Libra, so she's like happy to like bro down. And then like this girl and I are like, we're down for a second, and we talk. It's a short and sweet interaction of like game, respect, game, love it, love you, and that's enough. Uh-huh. And then you and this other girl are kind of like doing a little like you're circling.
Yeah, we're like moons around the planet.
Yes, exactly. And you're like both like you're not into it, right? But you're both kind of like tucking your hair behind you. You're like, okay, girls, let's get inside.
Okay. Like, hi. Like, yeah, I think she and I kind of like hide.
Yes, I think you guys had a break. And it's like you both were dressed really cute. I think there was like probably an exchange.
Yes.
So the Libra-ness, my Sag-ness, I was like, this is fun. And then I'm bored. And exactly. Then the Cancers of the group kind of being like, okay.
Do we have to talk to strangers?
Can't
we just clap as we walk by?
And so, yeah, I just loved the femme group, the femme camaraderie in passing, and just that
everyone allowed to be themselves.
Exactly.
It was nicely balanced.
It was very nicely balanced.
It was really cute. It was also funny too, because it was like I was telling you that it was giving me that the meme of Kourtney Kardashian and is it Rain that's trying to like, hey mom, can I tell you a secret? And then whispering in the ear, can we go home? I want to go home. Or I was like, okay you guys, like trying to like, I'm like 1 foot up a step. Okay you guys. Anyways.
But it was just very fun, and I love us, is what I'm saying.
I know, and it was really cute to be recognized for our cute outfits by people in cute outfits.
Yeah.
Being a woman,
Fashion.
is it the best?
It's the best. Light her up.
And Hannah has lit the candle for specifically when when you meet your counterparts and the joy of being femme.
Yeah.
And everyone appreciating each other in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. And now it's time for curses. I would like to curse the endless, monotonous, relentless,
Oh my God.
wicked PR tour. I get it. I've known this movie was coming out for years now, it seems.
I think since 1997.
I agree. I've known for so long.
It's like Wendy Williams, like, I have been aware of the killer since birth.
Since birth. My first words were wicked. Coming out this holiday season. It was just like, and it just won't stop. And like, look, they're beautiful. Yes, the outfits are beautiful, but like even like back in like the Olympics they were doing, you know what I mean? It's just been shoved down our throats. And great. A movie. I hope a movie does well. Like that would be nice. But also too, like, there's just something about the non-stop, like everything pink and green. It's like they're trying, also that how they're trying to do a Barbenheimer thing with Gladiator.
Oh,
They want like a Barbenheimer with like Wicked and Gladiator. And it's like, that's not going to happen. Like,
it's not happening.
no. And those things happen organically. You don't decide that those happen. And I get it. And please, Uncle, please stop. You know what? Yeah. I tap out. I'll walk off. Like, you can have it. Like, I'll buy tickets. I don't care. Like, I won't go, but you know what I mean? Just please. Also, honestly, and like, I love Lost Culture, but just like, they had like every single cast member on, like, and it just, so even that, like, kind of like refuge has been taken over by the enemy. And it's just like, everywhere you look, like, I get it.
I don't like Ariana Grande. I love her, but also a little bit of a jump scare. the married guy who had a baby, and the friendship, the crying with what's her face, Cynthia,
yeah,
and
yes.
I'm just like, I don't.
She's a fellow Cancer. There's a lot I love about her, but also too, it's like, not to get into it, but we're talking about her weight. We're not talking about her weight. We're like, blah. And I'm just a little like, I don't need to have it on at the front of my brain right now. There's kind of a lot going on. And like, I also saw this TikTok that I completely agree with, which was like listing all the like terrible things that have been happening, which makes me laugh because remember our show in February when the cards were like 2024 is going to be really bad. And I was like, we knew it, you know?
Yeah.
But they were talking about how adding Wicked to the list of things that is bad because it will empower the theater kids to once again sing in the halls without shame.
Oh.
And like, look, I love like, and this is specifically for you, John Potter. I love you. I love everyone that like is deep in the like musical, but because I literally cannot sing. Also, my instrument clearly beaten up. Never was good to begin with.
You got a healthy non-fear of flying.
Yeah, we got different gifts, right?
Gifts.
And I didn't get. I was telling Hannah, I was in Godspell. Well, I was on Godspell as the spotlight technician. I auditioned for it. I sang Happy Birthday with a lot of chemistry with myself and got laughs, and it was like all good, but didn't get cast in, I don't know, a cast of what, 89? A cast of fucking 189 people. But I did make crew and I was a spotlight. And actually that was a better place for me because I do love the like culture of like taping up your black Converse and wearing all black and being in the empty halls at night and like, you know, being up in the booth, the like kind of Phantom of the Opera of it all. It was really, and also Spotlight for Godspell is you're doing a lot because they're coming out into the audience and they're moving around.
It's like you're New York City in Sex and the City.
Yes,
you're still a main
190th character.
Yeah. Kind of a Fifth Beatle vibe.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's true.
I'm the lyrics from the Beatles.
Shine about it.
But anyways, yeah, I obviously can't sing, and so I will factor that into maybe my distaste for it. But I don't know. I just, you know, when you just see like you've been in the ocean and you've kind of been hit by a couple of waves and you're tired and another wave is coming and you know that the waves aren't gonna stop.
No.
Wicked is one of those waves.
Wicked. It's not even out yet.
I thought it was. I thought it's been out.
No, it's not even out yet.
It's like every
not even out in LA.
Oh Christ!
Because we're gonna get it first, and then it's not even like.
So the nuke hits in LA first.
Yeah,
and then the mushroom cloud will spread. I read the Wicked books because we almost developed them as a limited series a million years ago, and I didn't enjoy the book. And I know it's extremely different from the musicale, but still, like, even the lore to me, I'm just like, oh Christ, like I already slogged through the book.
I don't care, dude.
Fiero, whatever, I don't care.
Make it stop.
Big Skelly, please.
Big Skelly, do something.
Can you do something?
Protect us.
Go make someone release something else that's better that I could see. I mean, I guess I'll go see Gladiator.
We should go see Gladiator.
I do want to see Gladiator. Also, because it's only a part 1.
Oh.
I mean,
Wicked is.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. I switched back.
So there's going to be more.
There's going to be way more.
No.
Hannah, I'm so sorry. Please sit down. Sit down next to me. I have to tell you something.
Hold my hand through this turbulence.
Exactly.
Another 12 years.
I'm not scared, but I am disgusted. I'm angry,
Yes.
but I'm not scared.
This sucks for me.
But Hannah, you also can sing. You have it.
But just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I have been walking around our house going, defying gravity.
Well, we were talking about too, like in high school, I think we were both kind of like musical theater kid adjacent. Because you were a theater kid.
Yes.
You were in drama and acting.
Yes.
And doing tech. And I was in choir. So there is that overlap.
Yeah, there's like a little circle between us that you and I both touched.
Right. But just like, I was like in choir, but I was like also like drinking and like doing drugs, and I played basketball. And
Yeah.
and so I'd come in and they'd be like, oh my God, Sondheim. And I'm like, who? What? And just like, oh God, there's a Wicked song they always sing. I mean, Defying Gravity, and then
popular.
You're gonna be popular.
Damn,
that
man.
old Kristen Chenoweth ass voice. I'm like, what the hell is this? And then I think I'll try defying gravity. I'm like, shut up. Shut up. I'm trying to do my chemistry homework before next period.
And then they're all like doing the Les Mis stomp.
Oh, Jesus.
That like march.
But even the Les Mis, I'm like, that's cool because we had to do like a medley from it. So I'm like, oh, like I still have never seen the play. I didn't read the books. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm like,
I read that book too.
Poverty, cool.
Cool.
Like this little girl dreaming about a castle on a cloud where she has a nice mommy. I'm like, that hits for me. Not like loathing. Like these roommates hate each other. Who fucking cares?
Also, couldn't be farther from the truth. Roommates love each other.
Best friends. Oh, but actually, do we low-key have a Wicked vibe?
Oh my God. You look in the mirror and you're like, ah,
I'm green.
I'm pink. Ariana Grande is a Cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we do kind of. It is a little sleeping mouse, dead
rat.
Wow.
You guys.
Maybe that's why we hate it.
This is us meeting our counterparts, but in the evil dimension. And I don't like that. And that doesn't get my blessing.
Mommy, can we go home?
Stop.
I know. It's so funny. The irony, too, that I am so desperate for a gay son one day. I'll just have to listen to that little baby sing his first words. Popular. And I'm like, I will make you cool. I promise. I promise.
I will not fail you.
I will not fail you. You can have your outfits. You can be in your little plays.
Please just don't go in a big group to Red Robin and then stiff them on a tip.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't lie down on the floor in the hallway.
Don't do that. Don't give each other massages all the time.
Oh my God. Head massages. Don't do
Don't
that.
do that.
But you know what you can do is like a little bit of drugs.
Absolutely.
Do a little bit of drugs.
Do it in the
Definitely have
house.
sex and stuff.
Yeah.
Do that. But baby, do one black box play, please. Do one thing that like no one understood what it was. In like a cool way,
Yeah.
like in a disturbing way. Like
Yeah.
you need to scare an adult, but not in the way that like you scare them and they can approach it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. There's oh my God.
Yeah.
But not like Seussical the musical. Don't do that.
Don't talk to me about Avenue Q.
No, please don't. At least if you're gonna do a musical, can it just be Kiss Me Kate and
Yeah.
leave it at that?
Do something 4 quadrant, please, baby.
Please.
Please, my love.
Oh my God.
It's like so close. It's just that I do think there's something about the lack of irony, the lack of awareness sometimes that can come with it. That, but also like partnered with. It's not entitlement, but you know what I mean? Like there's just this like showing off to it that just
Yes.
it puts a chill on my spine. Anyways, that's my curse. And I'll blow out the candle
All right, blow it out.
to curse the Wicked PR tour and all that it brings with it.
All that it has wrought.
I mean, of course, in 2024.
Of course. I think the only 2 good things to come from Wicked are the viral video of the 2 guys fighting.
Yeah.
She's a Wicked Witch of the East, bro. She came down in a bubble. That's cool.
Get educated.
Get educated. You're going to tell me that I'm wrong? Like, I love those guys.
I love those guys.
And then also, of course, the peak of comedy and the best thing that's ever happened to us ever is the wickedly talented Adele Dazeem.
We've been saying the wickedly talented Adele Dazeem and the morally corrupt Faye Resnick. That's how we're going to introduce the tarot show from now on. Like, I'm the wickedly talented Adele Dazeem.
And I am the morally corrupt Faye Resnick.
And this is the tarot show.
Okay. Well, my curse is somewhat related in a different way.
Sleepy mouse, dead rat.
I want to curse every person and system and institution that failed Judy Garland.
Oh. I feel like we're podcasting directly to John Potter's ears right now.
Yeah. We're just like, we're the wave. We're hammering his little bow tie spinning.
I like grabbing his little face between my hands. Like, John, all the things Judy Garland has been through. Tell me about them.
Tell me. Poor girl. Shame on you.
I know. Uppers and downers,
Uppers
right?
and downers as a child.
She got the same thing Liz Taylor got,
Yeah.
which was like a studio manufactured drug
Regimen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Here's your morning. Here's your night.
Yes.
And you're just like, okay, a blue and a yellow.
Okay. So I can razzle dazzle. I can sparkle at nighttime. And she had to hang out with Mickey Rooney all the time.
Ugh.
And she was so pretty and so talented, but everyone was so mean to her because she wasn't like Lana Turner or Elizabeth Taylor.
Right.
Like, I think, was it Samuel Goldwyn or Louis Mayer, one of the MGM people that like called her his little hunchback.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yes. They were so mean to her.
So like a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Shame on you.
I know, that's crazy.
Death to all of them. And they are dead because it was a long time ago.
They're way dead.
Whatever. I just want them to all to have an extra heaping pile of dung that they have to eat in hell today.
You know why our curses are related is because if the studio system could, it would reanimate Judy Garland and make her go on the Wicked PR tour.
Absolutely.
They would absolutely give her the biggest upper they could to raise her from the dead.
They're probably doing it. They're working on it right now for Wicked Part 2.
Exactly.
If there's going to be a hologram.
Oh my God.
There's going to be a Judy hologram. No. No.
Poor Judy. Didn't they make her work like ungodly hours?
Yeah. All the time. My poor baby. And I loved Wizard of Oz. I watched it every day when I was a little kid.
I was going to say, your favorite shirt is
There's No Place Like Grandma's House.
Exactly, with the little red
ruby slippers.
Yes.
And my grandma made me a Dorothy costume.
Yeah.
I wore it all the time, not even on Halloween. I was obsessed. And I would always ask her, like, what happened to Judy Garland? Where is she? And my grandma was like, she passed away. I'm like, well, what happened? She was like, she took too many pills. I'm like 5 and she's telling me that she like OD'd, which I appreciate. Like my grandma is a G and she always kept it 100 with your girl.
Yeah.
But it did do a number on me. I was afraid. I'm still like, I won't take more than like 2 ibuprofen if it doesn't say. Like I'm scared. I was scared of my Flintstone chewables.
This is another place where you and I differ.
Yes, you're like 5.
I'm like, here, I'll go to the front lines for this one. Here, I'll take it. What is it? I don't care.
Give it to me. And I'm just like, well, the directions say only 1 every 6 hours. Because I was so afraid of like pills.
Ugh.
I hate them.
I know. And her voice.
I loved her voice. I love Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
I
love Meet Me in St. Louis. That we have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
The best Christmas song.
The
best Christmas song. As we go into that season, that is the #1 best Christmas song.
It made me cry.
Oh God. Yeah, and she was just sort of like trotted out, trotted around.
Yep. And then lost all of her money, lost custody of her kids at some point, and had to, it's just like she never stood a fucking chance. And she was just so small. Like I went to the Chinese theater and I've seen her like little handprints and her little feet prints.
Oh yeah?
Teeny tiny.
Little baby.
So
I'm looking up Judy Garland's zodiac.
Oh yeah.
A Gemini. Loyal to a fault, yet fickle, cheerful and proud, yet sometimes suicidally desperate. Wow.
Wow, damn.
Okay. Oh, wow. She married Valentino Liberace. Is that true?
I don't know. Well, I know she was also Liza Minnelli. She married Minnelli, who was also a gay man.
Yeah. A barbiturate overdose. Wow. And then I said Friends of Judy earlier.
Yeah.
Whoa. She died in London 2 weeks after her 47th birthday. Didn't even hit 50.
Yeah.
Her exceptional talents and vulnerabilities had made her what she is. She's so vulnerable.
And I think that is the Gemini thing. And also being ruled by Mercury, it's all about like communication and like her voice.
Yeah. Ooh, Moon in Sagittarius.
Cute. Party Girl Moon.
Party Girl Moon.
A name, a title coined by Miss Nikki Rodriguez.
I think a Cancer rising.
Wow.
I think a Cancer ascendant. Wow. No wonder we both love her. I loved Wizard of Oz as a child too. I used to watch it in my grandparents' little media room and spin on a chair.
Hell yeah.
Take me back.
Let's go over the rainbow.
See, like if the Wicked PR tour had done something like that, like, oh, the history, like how much you love this story, I'd be like, okay. And instead it's like, look at their cunty outfits. We're like, oh, I've seen them.
I have seen them. Good. Pink and green. I get it.
Yeah. Oh, nails too. Okay, cool.
Awesome.
We did this for Barbie.
Yeah.
And it was kind of different. It was different.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I guess really the first time that they were really, I will say too, there has been a real market change as fashion and runway have melded into movie premiere, like with like the whole like Dune and how
Zendaya and like the La Roche of it all.
Yes, yeah. And there's something where it's like that's where we're making our mark, and I don't really love that.
Yeah,
there's something about that that's kind of like itching me the wrong way. It's when you rub the fur the wrong way in a cat.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about it. Like, I don't really love that we are using this place to like advance fashion.
Right.
It's too much. I just want to talk about the movie.
Yeah.
Keep it on the runway.
Keep it on that way, babe.
Yeah, I don't really love when movie stars are like models.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Or I think it's like not everyone can do it.
Yeah. And
I think like Zendaya, is it Zendaya or Zendaya? I feel
what
crazy.
isn't it?
I don't know. Z. I like when Z does it
Yes.
because she's like, you know,
Yes.
it's working and because the fashion is really good. But it's like, I don't want everyone to do
Well,
it.
and to tie it back to what you're talking about in your curse, they would make Judy Garland do it.
Yeah.
And they're making everybody do it, even though it's
Yes.
not their natural sort of inclination.
No.
Like, let them just act, please.
Yeah.
It's already a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, poor Judy.
Poor Judy.
And Hannah is blowing out.
Kill
candle.
them all.
Re-kill them all.
Re-kill them all.
Give them uppers, reanimate them, and kill them all.
Yeah. Make them tap dance with Mickey Rooney.
Poor babies.
I know.
So now we're going to pivot into the tarot portion of the show. We're going to read guidance cards for this very scary time. And I think we should take inspiration, Hannah, from a spread that you and I were talking about, which was like the first card is like an area of focus that you should focus on. And then the second card is something that you should give up or like pivot away from. And the third card being something that you should call into your life or like do more of, essentially. And maybe we could do three different spreads for their three different types of people, whichever calls to them, and go from there.
Yeah, I love that.
Just for a general, like, as the next year is coming and stuff. So what should be our three different types of pulls?
Well, we could stick to our kind of Wizard of Oz theme. We could do
Oh, I love that.
we could do either Glinda the Good Witch, the Wicked Witch of the West, and Dorothy, or we could do like Tin Man, Scarecrow, and Cowardly Lion,
Yeah, I like that.
just to be a little off.
Yeah, let's not do the witches, I think.
Yeah.
Because we've also done, feels a little on the nose to do witches.
yeah, witches. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do, what if it wasn't the Tin Man, Cowardly Lion, and Scarecrow? What if it was three random things from the Wizard of Oz?
Okay.
Like, what are some of the funnier, like,
There's the mean trees,
the mean trees?
the mean apple trees.
They scared me as a child, but
Yeah.
then I came to love them.
yeah.
They're, yeah, absolutely. The
And
mean
flying monkeys.
flying monkeys with their little hats.
Yeah.
Love a little flying monkey. There's also
the hot stylist from the Emerald City.
I was gonna say what the just all the people at the Emerald City.
Yeah.
You're like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
At home, take a little thought. Which do you identify with? The mean trees,
The mean apple trees.
the flying monkeys with their little hats and vests,
Or the hot spa workers in the Emerald City.
giving Vegas, to be honest.
It is.
All right, so our first reading will be for the mean apple trees. Throwing apples. Honestly, they're just protecting their own.
Yeah. Don't. She's like picking apples off of their bodies.
Consent. Ask.
Hello?
Ask if you could do that first. They're kind of giving Big Skelly with their hands.
Yeah. All right.
Cutting the deck. Beautiful. So first card, an area of focus. Oh. And then something to, it says give up, and then something to get to bring more of. Okay, so the first card we have pulled, the reverse 6 of Pentacles, our little charity card. And then for something to give up, it is the Empress upright. And then for something to bring more into your life of, it is the 8 of Swords, which is our hello bound lady.
Hello, band lady.
A reference from Spy, if anyone has recently seen Spy, where she is blindfolded and bound in the Circle of Swords.
Interesting.
I have an interpretation, but it's not any fun.
Oh no.
I think it's just like, whenever we have the charity card reverse, it tends to be about like receiving, right? And it's sort of like, if you're trying to give up something from the Empress-y thing, it's like, don't turn to that space of self-soothing that is like shopping and like partying in a way. Get a little serious and talk about what it is that hurts you.
Yeah.
Which is not something that I would ever give advice for. So I don't know that I morally or ethically agree with this reading, but that is what the cards say.
Right. And that feeling too of like you needing to take control and not look to someone else to do it. Like you kind of have to like drive the boat on this one.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense if we're going to like the Empress as something that you need to like, if you're like leaning into taking control, leaning out of like looking up to someone else to do it for you. Because Empress is like kind of mommy.
Yeah.
And it's like, mommy's not going to help you or she shouldn't help you.
Right. And also, look, it's not spring. We're in the winter, gear up appropriately. I think too, there's something about it kind of reminds me of I love being like all these nerds the whole episode and then being like, okay, so this spread reminds me of the Hunger Games. But when she's in the Capitol and it's like, don't get distracted with the glitz and the glamour, aka the PR tour. But like, let's talk about what's actually going on.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the way to connect. Do you know what I mean? With your people and be like, hey, are you feeling beat up? I'm feeling beat up.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Definitely.
The little mean apple trees are like, we know it. We're already mean.
We're mean. But that'd be meaner. Lean into that.
Yeah, exactly. And don't let her take your apples.
Exactly. Yeah. Stand up for yourself a little bit.
That's what the Six of Pentacles reverse is saying.
Yes. Also, too, I think the Eight of Swords is, so if that's the third card is about like something to sort of turn to or call in.
Yeah.
It's more of that like taking the blindfold off and not idealizing someone or an idea or a situation and trusting your own intuition, because the six of Pentacles can also be about that reverse, about putting someone else on a pedestal,
Right.
and so I think
it's not Mamala.
yeah, exactly. She never was, babe. She was never a brat. It was a lie.
Also, it wasn't an intern from Gen Z. It was a heavily curated elder millennial like strategy that was highly like PowerPointed.
Yes. Shudders.
All right. Well, I get the mean apple trees. Get it?
I mean, apple tree's got to be your own hero.
Yeah,
You know best.
you do. Protect your own.
Protect your own apples.
This next reading is for the flying monkeys in their little bellhop outfits.
So cute.
I bet the flying monkeys really party.
Yeah.
They give big party energy.
They go crazy.
Isn't it kind of weird that Apu also has the same hat as a flying monkey and outfit?
Oh, kind of. Yeah, a little vest.
He wears a
and
vest too, huh?
He does wear a vest, but he's wearing a fez.
Is that not what the flying monkeys are wearing?
Are they wearing fezzes? I thought they were, because like our little bellhop hat's different.
Great question. Oh, they're not even wearing bellhop outfits. I think I am thinking of, well, they are kind of. It's just that they're wearing like little like shirts.
Huh. What are they wearing?
But also, is this from the scary Return to Oz?
Ugh.
As opposed to, which is a movie I loved as a kid. Okay.
Wait, what are they wearing? I want to see.
I know. I have to refine my Google search.
Oh, sorry.
See like this like blue and red little like kind of Tommy Bahama looking shirt.
Yeah.
All right. So for the flying monkeys, we have pulled the area to focus on, 2 of Pentacles reversed, the thing to give up, 3 of Cups reversed, and the area to pull in, the Queen of Wands upright.
Funny to pull the 3 of Cups reverse after saying the flying monkeys probably party a lot.
Stop partying.
You gotta tamp down the partying just a little bit, not too much.
Not too much, but don't get hungover.
Yeah, don't get so crazy. Yeah, I think to me, this Two of Pentacles reversed in the sort of area to lean into is maybe about not having fixed expectations.
Being a little bit more flexible.
Being more flexible, still having a good humor about things, but also having a sense of humor about it and being flexible and realizing that like solutions and problem solving, all that, it's going to look different for different people.
Right. So this is like an area where maybe you have made some hard decisions and you need to be a little bit more flexible if we're going through the spread place by place. So whatever that means.
Yeah.
To the little flying monkeys. Where have you been kind of harsh?
Yeah.
And then the area to let go of is obviously having a bottle of wine, alonesies.
Right.
Or if it's that thing where you're like, you're treating yourself, but a little too much. You don't have to always treat yourself for everything.
Yeah. A little, it's one thing to lick your wounds and self-care is important, but also overindulgence is not the answer.
Yeah. Like during the pandemic when I let myself do like Uber Eats every night. Probably should have done that. Didn't need to do that. Not every night.
Not every night.
But anyways, and then the area to pull in is our Queen of Wands.
Mm-hmm. Which, talk about shine about it.
Exactly. Or be a witch about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe it's time to take that party attitude and put it to work.
Yeah. Maybe using that sort of charisma and fun and sense of humor that you have that's shown in all of these cards, maybe to put it towards something like proactive. So maybe instead of like having a party, this is so lame, but like having like a letter writing party or like, you know what I mean? Or using your humor to, using that voice for something, maybe for the common good in some way, whether that's like on a small community level or on a bigger scale. Yeah. If we're talking about like, because this is sort of a guidance about like where we're at,
right,
as a society.
Well, and like maybe don't soothe yourself, but soothe somebody else.
Yeah.
Use your powers not for good, but just for someone else.
Yeah.
Because you have those powers, baby.
Yes.
You're a flying monkey.
Yeah, you're a flying monkey and you're shiny and fun.
Yeah. People flock to you.
Mm-hmm. And other people need shiny fun.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't come as naturally to them as it does to you. So extend a little monkey paw. And let them fly with you.
Tip that little hat that we can't figure out what it is.
Fly, fly, fly. My pretties.
Oh,
surrender, Dorothy.
They are our pretties.
They are our pretties. I love you, little monkeys.
All right, great. Good reading for them. And finally, those Oz workers.
Woohoo.
All in green.
All in green. Curling Dorothy's hair and the Cowardly Lion's mane.
Yes.
Restuffing the scarecrow. Shining the Tin Man.
Doing the work.
Doing the work.
Their little Virgo asses.
Mm-hmm.
Giving Virgo, giving Libra.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
All right. The area to focus on is the High Priestess reversed. The thing to maybe let go of or push away slightly is the Star upright. And then the thing to call in is King of Pentacles upright.
I have a feeling about this reading.
Okay.
I think altogether, the High Priestess reverse is something to sort of like lean into, is similar to the reading of the Mean Apple Trees, where it's like, stop looking outside for the answers and look within and trusting your own intuition about what it is you need to do. And then, the Star as something to sort of back away from. And the Star is associated with Aquarius. It's kind of an air sign quality. It's more intellectual. It's in the mind, whereas King of Pentacles is a very practical, pragmatic,
right,
tangible card. I think it's like the spread is telling you to not let your ideas get in the way of action and tangible things you can do, not letting perfection get in the way of good enough.
I also think too, like the lofty ideas are not the answer. It is the achievable goals.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what can you do today? As opposed to like, well, you know, in 5 years, blah, 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 or like whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and don't get too lost in like the story.
Yeah.
And just kind of be like, okay, like what is actually in your own house
Yeah.
that can be done.
Yeah. And then on a sort of like macro level in the, you know, context of this, of this specific time too, I think this is also just, and this is, I think, for everyone and everything, but like focusing on like your community and your neighborhood and the things that you can do for your neighbors and for yourself. And that like, because ultimately this election is not, nothing new really happened. And like the differences between the two, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's not, it's a bad place. What we can control is what we do like with the people that are closest to us. And that's how you enact change.
Yeah.
And not just like looking to one lofty idea or one vote as like a problem solving thing.
I think also too, even just like taking all the election and everything out of it, you know what I mean? Like what is going on with you right now?
Yeah.
Look at that too, you know? What's happening with a minor character? What's happening with someone that maybe you haven't taken a big look, you know? I feel like there have been a lot of people that have been really like screaming into the void. And then there have been some people that you're just sort of like, wait, what? Where'd they go?
Yeah.
Maybe it's about finding that person. Yay. Little Wizard of Oz people scurrying around, shining them up.
It's crazy how like the 30s, 40s Wizard of Oz Emerald City looks so much cooler than whatever this dog shit Wicked City looks like. I don't want to live in that city.
The green screen.
Yeah, I don't want to live in the green screen.
I know.
I want to live in Technicolor.
Yeah. I want to live with the glued on beards.
Yeah.
And that like that paint that like kills you.
Yeah. I want the silver face paint that kills you.
All right. Well, my pretties, thank you for hanging out with us. And we are really, truly always with you.
From the womb to the tomb. Oh, whoops, we didn't do it together.
From the womb
to the tomb.